Welcome to Free Live Tarot Readings. I'm Tarot Oracle and I do the readings.
It's 6:30. Time for the Tarot Oracle Show.
JJ, what's up? Bartman, Uriah, Shimon, KSW, and Midnight Meditations. What's going on, everybody? It's hump day. It is time. It is time for some weekend soon, at least I hope. I mean, the weekend eventually has to get here, but it can't get here fast enough. That is for sure. Lady, you made a huge pot of veggie stew. That's what I'm talking about. Diane, what is going on? It is good to see you. How's everybody doing tonight? We're halfway done with the week, and I got to say I'm pretty excited about it. I'm always excited, but I'm pretty excited about the weekend. I mean, that's the way it goes. Nakono, welcome. How are you doing as well? You got the restaurant style. A couple of neighbors in. That sounds awesome. Astro, welcome. How are you doing? Good to see you. All right, we got the Tarot Tower. Got the Tarot Tower hooked up today. We are going to do some readings and grab us some Tarot Tower action over there. By the way, I bought a new art desk. YouTube user, thank you for your donation. I appreciate it. You want to see my art desk? Okay, you do, don't you? You want to see my art desk, right? All right, it's over here. And there it is there. So I got my painting. You can see my painting I'm working on over there. And that is the art desk. That is the art desk action over there. So doing painting, doing book writing. We're doing one of everything over here. We seem to be busy, always busy. That's a good thing. Anyway, YouTube user, thank you for your donation. 6 of Swords, Andrew and Sweet Pea. What is going on? Good to see all of you tonight. All right, let's move this back where it was and move it up. Whoa, move it up where it was too. Everybody's getting motion sickness. Everyone's getting motion sickness at this point, but let's move on to the readings and see what is going on. Linda, what is going on? Crystal, Modern Muse Tarot. How is everybody doing tonight? We are rocking it on a Wednesday. All right. We need to find out from YouTube user, should I move on with A and leave N behind? I mean, should I move on and leave this other person behind? Because the other person is not quite working out as well as we had hoped, I guess. So maybe we need to move on, or maybe we need to adjust the brightness up a bit. There we go. All right, cool. Well, it looks like the Two of Cups says yes. We're going to give this a thumbs up, definitely. Going to give it a thumbs up because the Two of Cups is a pretty cool card. Between the Lovers, okay, the Lovers is sort of a long-term card. Somebody that we've been around a long time. Somebody that we have a history of. So moving on from somebody new is exciting. And the Two of Cups points to that. It's this new interaction, this new thing. We get all sorts of good things. And the Ten of Cups says, I think that A is looking pretty decent for just the opportune time for moving on, right? Sweet Pea, thank you for your donation. Sell, what is going on? Boo Boo, welcome. The Knight of Wheels as well says working towards something that's going to be fresh, that's going to bring you a little more joy. It's not going to be as stale. It's not going to be as confusing. It's very much going to be a good thing for you, right? That Knight of Wheels. And finally, the Two of Swords. I mean, you do have to eventually make a decision. This is one of those times where you need to figure out what's the next step logically. Because I think if you rely on your emotions, you're going to end up in turmoil. You're going to end up in this cycle that you've been in, right? You need to rely on logic at this point. What is logically the best step, the best move for me? And I mean, that's sort of the feeling here. Anyway, at least that's what the tarot says. That's what the tarot votes for. You know what I mean? Sweet Pea, what signs will there be that it's the right house? Ooh, that is a good question. I like that. Lady, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. Back to the Tarot Tower. Let's pick up a This Might Hurt Tarot because you do need to select the correct house. If you don't, you're just going to be in the Amityville horror movie. You remember that one? Yeah, you remember that one. All right. Yeah, what signs are this going to be the right house? Let's go for it. What is good house signs? What are good house signs? Wow. We need to determine these things because this stuff is important. I mean, I got to say now, Modern Muse Tarot, what is going on? Thank you so much for your donation. Well, first off, you have a hanged person in the house. Okay, not really. A lot of this is going to be intuition. The moon points to that. The moon is such a big intuition card. I mean, you're looking for signs, you're looking for something physical, or looking for something that sort of makes sense. And a lot of times we just got to go with our gut. The moon really points to that. All right. Really points to that. The other thing you want to watch out for is the Knight of Swords. I think there's going to be people that try to rush you into something or try to rush you into a decision when you're not ready, right? House is a big deal. House takes a lot of time. You really got to sort of sit down and determine all the features and determine sort of the viability of the neighborhood, the crime rate. There's too many things to really sort of touch on to rush into things. The Knight of Swords says if you are being rushed, if you are being stressed over somebody is stressing you, they're trying to get you to buy it, I don't think that's going to be good for you overall, right? You definitely want to watch out. That's going to be a huge red flag. Using your intuition, the other thing, but the Hanged Man, here you go. You want to look for a house that is not exactly perfect. In other words, you know, one of the things that you're looking for, that everything's going to absolutely be perfect and whatnot, but you can't afford it. But then there's going to be ones that you can't afford, but they're not perfect. They're in a bad part of town or whatever. You want to find that middle ground. And the Hanged Man says, be willing to sort of open up, be willing to negotiate, be willing to get outside of your comfort zone, because that's what the Hanged Man's about, right? Not only is it enlightenment, as they do have, it's looking at things from a different perspective, getting out of your comfort zone, doing things a little differently. I think that's going to lead you to the correct place. And lastly, the Magician, the signs it'll be the right house. The Magician says that everything is sort of on your wish list. The big ones are covered, right? The big things are covered. Location, school districts, if that's important to you. All your like your top 5, they're all covered with this house, because the Magician is the master of the elements. And getting that mastery, getting all of the top 5 big things covered is going to be one of the indicators that, hey, we got all of these big things covered. We can handle little things like maybe a wall needs to be fixed, or maybe the lawn needs to be, you know, some parts need to be taken care of. We can fix all of that, but we need the top 5, the big ones, to be done there. Thay, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. All right, let's go to the next. Got YouTube. It will end permanently. That is what I want. All right, let's get a permanent end. A permanent end card is the 10 of Swords. I mean, this is going to be the bottom line right now. You're looking for a permanent end. You want to see the 10 of Swords. And that's basically it. Let's see if we can get something like that. A cutting card, you know what I mean? A cutting card, a 3 of Swords, 10 of Swords, something that just has a conclusion to it. World is also a great conclusion card. Let's look for what we got here. We got, just do this quick, get a permanent end to it. We got Strength, Justice, Hangman, and a Hierophant. We got all majors. All right, I think that cutting this person out completely is going to be difficult. We have all of majors, okay? You're looking at a very difficult transition. You're looking at a very difficult way to do things. It feels like it is hard to cut this person out. We have a lot of history with the person. We have a lot of things happening with this person. And memories are built. We have a lot of structure, a lot of foundation with this particular person. So the major things means cutting somebody out is going to be quite difficult. Can you do it? Of course. That Hierophant is taking command of that. Strength, having the courage, having the guts to sort of go forth and do that. Val, Mary, thank you for your donation. But Justice says you have to do it in a balanced way. You can't just go to extremes with this. You have to do it in a balanced way, walk through it and get it done. And the Hanged Man says that, yeah, I think that you can do that. You can do that. Is it easy? No, if it was easy, you'd have done it a long time ago. But I think that you can get it done. I think that you can get that to the next stage. It's going to be important for you. You know what I mean? Lady, will I find a reliable vehicle to buy before the end of the month? Lady, let's find out. Let's find out for you by using, you know what I'm going to use. We're going to use the Hermetic Tarot. The Hermetic Tarot gets it done. See about a reliable vehicle. That's the key, isn't it? I can get a vehicle. I just don't want to be stranded in the middle of the road during rush hour while I'm trying to go to work. Christina, what is going on? Good to see you. All right. Let's see how that is going to go here. We got the Queen of Swords. Oh, yeah. Hermit, Four of Wands, and the Magician. That's a thumbs up right there. I mean, you're looking at a reliable vehicle. What are we looking at here? Movement card is going to be your key point, okay? Movement card is going to be key. We want something that moves. The other thing that we're looking at is reliability in the form of stability, okay? You got the Four of Wands is literally a stability card. It's called the home card, but the four is rock solid stability. It is predictability. It is that foundation that you need with that Four of Wands is going to be key. The Magician says that the car just works. It just works. That's the big factor here. You don't want something that's just going to be dead on the road. You want something that, you know, sort of the master of all the skills, master of the trades. And that's really what you're looking for at this point. And I think the Magician, the Magus being there is going to say that, hey, it is the master of everything. It does everything correctly the first time. And the Hermit, right? That's going to be you dedicated to this. It's going to be you sitting in the car, the Hermit by yourself. And the Queen of Swords also is, you know, sort of that communication aspect, that movement aspect within that. So that's pretty rock solid there. Would I have liked to seen the Chariot instead of the Queen of Swords? Absolutely. I didn't see it, but that's me being picky, you know? I mean, it's me being picky. It's sometimes that's just what I got to do. Modern Muse Tarot. Boo-boo, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. Oh, let's see. Where are we going? Are you feeling better? Andrew, good. Andrew, I'm glad you're feeling better. That is some good news, Andrew. Andrew, if you have a SoundCloud or something where I can check out your music, let me know, man. Let me know. Love apples? I do love apples indeed. What is going on, Love Apples? Oh, let's see. Should I try to freelance editing or not bother? It's a throwdown.
Time for a tarot throwdown.
Freelance editing. Oh, my. Could be some money in that. If you get some readers, if you get some people following you, that could be big. Could be big indeed. All right, we're going to go up here on the first, and we're going to say yes. And down here is just going to be not bother with that crap, okay? So yes, no, yes, no. Let's look at yes first. Yes looks pretty damn good. Yes looks pretty good. We haven't even looked at the no yet, but yes looks good. All right. You know from my Thoth course that this is a reward for your hard work, which is what you want. You want a reward for all of that hard work, and that's what you need at the end of the day. And that 3 says we get the reward. The 3 is also such a great card. It is sort of a new opportunity because it's a 3. It's a birth of an opportunity, and that opportunity is good. This is something you want to do. This is something where you're going to build an audience. They're going to be excited about it. You're going to be excited about having the audience. It's this good connection, these good feels. I mean, yes is looking pretty damn good. Now let's see what's going to happen if you don't bother. If you don't bother, okay? I think that not bothering just looks terrible. We got the 3 of Swords. They got the cutting card. It feels like there is something you're going to be coming back to this. I don't think you're going to be able to just give it up, right? You're going to be coming back to this. It's going to feel like, and it's always going to bother you if you don't. I think that's the bottom line. It's going to bother you if you don't. That opportunity is going to sit there. It's going to stagnate. It's going to be, well, you know, what if I do it now? Or what if I do it later? What if I do it in a year? What if I do it in 2 years? I think it's always going to be there. So I'm definitely going to go with the thumbs up and say, go for it. Go for it. Do a little bit. Dip your toe in there and see if it gets cut off. What are his current thoughts about me? TH wants to know, TH? We are going to get you the best deck that we possibly have right here, and that's going to be this one. That is going to be this one, the Bumbleberry Hollows. Emma, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you so much. Get a little bit of a Bumbleberry Hollows feel in here. Let me see what we can stir up with this particular deck, right? see what kind of trouble we can get into here because it is action packed on a Wednesday. Man, I'm ready for Friday. Oh man, I'm ready. It's too much stuff happening. 9. Oh, by the way, I'm done with the book. Now I need to edit. Now I need to go through and read every piece, every part, and see if I need to reword this sentence, that sentence. Maria, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. So yeah, Ace of Wands. I think they're ready to make a move. We see that. The Ten of Swords. Is this sort of an X maybe? Is this something where it could have been, but it just wasn't? The Ten of Swords, that cutting action being reversed makes me think that it's something that needs to be cut or could have been cut, but just wasn't. It wasn't fully cut off. It was left open. The door was left open kind of thing. The Nine of Cups definitely has some emotional component in here, right? Cappy, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. But the Nine of Cups has this emotional component. And that's what you want to see. I mean, if you do have somebody about, thinking about you or anything like that, you do want that emotional component still there. Would they like to start over and give it another chance? Ace of Pentacles says yes. I mean, we're giving it a thumbs up here. Ace of Pentacles says yes. Get some hearts, get some opportunities, get something fresh, something new, especially next to the Nine of Cups. Something fresh, something new. The emotional component really didn't go away. And it just feels like that this is sort of, could be a new, fresh start. And the Ten of Swords reverse is we didn't cut it out completely for a good reason. And the reason is because we think that it can still exist maybe under a different context. Sure. Maybe under a little bit of a different context, but it can still exist. Thank you for your donation. All right. YouTube user is a mature. Well, I don't know about that. Spiritualist. What is going on? Thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. Spiritualist. What is happening? Let's get something good for this one. I haven't used this literally forever. Nima, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you so much. I haven't used this one in literally like a year. Literally like a year. I mean, I'm just saying. All right. What are YA's intention? We got it. And let's find out here. I mean, are they serious and matured? Two of Swords says they are pretty mature. Yeah. World, they are serious. Magician, they know what they're doing. Okay. We'll do the thumbs up for this. I mean, if you're looking for somebody that is completely mature, I'd love to have a king. I'd love to have the emperor. I'd love to have that feeling where they got everything under control, okay? Magician does give me that feel. The Magician says that they're not lost. They're not a Page of Cups with this complete immaturity. They're not somebody who is lost, wandering around, doesn't know what they're doing. The Magician says they are present, they are communicative, and they know, sort of where to be, how to do it. And they're not just stumbling in. The World says that they bring a lot of that feeling of maturity with them, okay? So would I love the Emperor here instead, or the King of Cups? That'd be great. But the World, it suffices. It really does, because that is the conclusion to the majors. It feels like that everything is wrapped up, everything is wound up, right? Next to Magician, it feels like they really got their stuff together, okay? Two of Swords, it says, again, we have the planning, we have the scope, we have the attention, and not only that, but we have sort of that feel of knowing who we are. And that's one of the key components. If people just don't know who they are yet, and they're still stumbling around and they're still acting different amongst different people, you don't want that. You don't want somebody who acts this way to their friends and acts a different way to you and acts a different way at work. You want somebody who has that consistency across all of the different places, all of the different people. So there you go. All right. What we got next? We got Val. What's coming towards me in love, Val? Let's check it out. By the way, if you like this cloth, it is for sale on my Etsy for $20. It is it's a thick ass cloth. I mean, this is not the thin cloths you get that look like crap. This is a thick cloth, and it's velour. and it feels soft and fluffy, soft and velvety, and a big area for you to put your cards in, and fun graphics from my upcoming deck, the Tasty Tarot around it. So I'm just saying. All right, let's see. What are we going to use for this one? I'm thinking the Tarot in Wonderland. I have a private reading earlier, and I used this, and man, this deck knocked it out of the park. I'm just saying, it knocked it out of the park. Oh my God, Valentina! I've not seen you in literally like a year. Valentina, I think it's been at least 3 months. Valentina, how you doing? Good to see you again. I appreciate that. All right. Is there a PayPal? Yes, Valentina. Link in the description down there. And Boo Boo will probably post a link too. Boo Boo's good with the links. All right. Cappy, thanks for your donation. I appreciate that. All right. Let's see. Coming towards me in love. Hanged Man. 7 of Wands, Ace of Swords, and the 4 of Pentacles. I actually think you have a long-distance relationship coming. You do. I think you have a long-distance relationship coming. It really feels that way, right? It does feel that way. When you see a window, I talk about this in my book. When you see a window in cards, then you're kind of looking at maybe a long-distance relationship. Obviously, it sort of depends on the other things, but yeah, that Ace of Swords says that new communication, that spark, that new thing coming around looks like a very long-distance relationship. The 4 of Pentacles, too. It feels like I don't know if I can trust this person kind of just yet. I'm sort of need to feel them out, no pun intended. I need to feel them out a little bit. I need to say, oh, is this going to be something that I really want to do or I don't want to do? You do have that combination there. 7 of Wands says you are hesitant at first. I mean, it is. Especially you get a long-distance relationship. It's difficult to leap right in. It's difficult to dive head first into the pool because you don't know how shallow it is. You know what I mean? That 7 of Wands says I'm a little bit defensive for that. But overall, the Hanged Man said if you open up to it, you sort of relax and get into it and give it a shot. It actually works out pretty decent. It works out pretty decent indeed. So that looks pretty good. Val, I think you're in for a good time. Just be a little open-minded there, and I think it's going to be awesome. What can I do to make Princess feel comfortable? Well, another Princess read. We are going to do a doggy deck again. Another doggy deck. That's something I do on my my art YouTube channel. I paint a lot of doggies because a lot of people want their doggies painted. So every time I do a doggy, I'm like, another doggy. because the doggies never end. The painting of the doggies never ends. All right. What can I do to make Princess more comfortable? Oh, the 7 of Sea. Plenty of water, it looks like. We have a lot of water. We have sort of maybe water therapy, sort of just water. Well, we have this constant theme of water throughout this. It could be, providing water. It could be going swimming with Princess or something like that. Maybe Princess has a little more control in a pool. I don't know what Princess thinks, but I don't know. I was just seeing a lot of water. That's the first thing that sticks out is just every freaking card has a ton of water. So we got the 7 of the Sea. We do have the Dog Star. This is one of those things, too. It feels like that Princess is going to tell you sort of, where they need to be. Princess is going to tell you what is going to be making Princess a little more comfortable because the star is following the guiding light, and following the guiding light is going to be one of the key components here, right? Temperance does say keep a balance. We don't want any extremes. So at extreme heat, extreme cold, extreme this, extreme that, you definitely don't want any extremes here. You want to keep a nice balance. You want to keep a nice feel between the balance of the two worlds. And the 2 of Sky as well, right? It's just sort of getting out and feeling normal because that's one of the things there. That is one of the things. Being normal, feeling normal, even if we have to fake it. I think feeling normal, being normal is going to be a critical component here because, when you're sick, right? And you always go to, you always go to a certain restaurant and then maybe you broke a foot or I don't know. But anyway, now that you're healed up a little bit, you go back to that restaurant. And in other words, you're getting back to normal. And it's that comfort zone feel. I think that's one of the key components of this card is being back to normal. Even if we have to fake it a little bit, being normal again feels good. And I think that's sort of where you're at. So there you go. Man, let's see. Emma. Why is A not making a move? Emma, why are they not making a move on Emma? We need to know. I think by using this deck here, which is the Vox Arcana. Such a great deck, ain't it? It's such a beautiful deck. I love it. But we don't love A not making a move. Like, what's wrong with A? They're just standing there like they're dumb. What's going on? Why are they not making a move? Why are they not making a move? All right, let's see. The Magician. Page of Wands, Four of Swords, and the Six of Boobies. We have a lot of different things here. Oh, man. Well, the Four of Swords, is a delay card. It's a wait card. It just feels like a wait card, a delay card. Things you're going to have to wait. It's not going to be something that's just going to happen overnight. Love Apples, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. But yeah, the Four of Swords is delayed indeed. User, thank you for your donation as well. But the Page of Wands, they're not ready either. They're not prepared. The Page of Wands, the wands, the wands, they're the fiery feel. They're the fiery feel. And when you have a page, you're not quite ready for that because you do have fire here. They are sort of this master of the fire, but they're sort of a neophyte or a newbie. They're not exactly experienced and not going to be able to wield it as they need to. So they're just not ready. Magician says they know what to do. I don't think this person is just confused. I think they know what to do. I think they're sort of on that path, but right now is not good. We have a little bit of the hesitation with that. We have a little bit of the delay card with the 4. I think that they will be making a move eventually with the 5, the 6 of Pentacles being the giving card or the handing out money or the, sort of that interaction between people that you have within that 6. So I think that is important and, they will just not right now. There is a delay. Why did a stranger try to pick a fight with Aaron? What the hell's going on with that? Why are they picking fights over there? I don't know. What's a good fight card? Like if I got in a fight, what deck would I have? I don't know. Maybe a Dragon Tarot? No. Maybe that one? No. Nightmare Before Christmas? I mean, we can do Nightmare Before Christmas. That works. I think that's acceptable. Francesca, welcome. What is going on? Good to see you. Thank you for hanging out with us tonight. We got everybody here tonight. I'm just saying. I am just saying. Love Apples. What deck was that? That was the Vox Arcana Tarot. The Vox Arcana. It is a good deck. It's got a couple of cards I don't like, but overall, I'm very pleased with that one, I got to say. But what's not pleasing is people trying to pick a damn fight with Aaron. What's going on with that? Just go up there, just run up to him and just being rude or something. You don't need to do that. Ain't nobody got time for that. People still fight nowadays. Is that a thing? All right. The World, the 6 of, the Hermit and the 7. They got something mentally wrong with them. Is what's happening here. They got something mentally wrong with them. The Hermit, a little bit on the isolation side, a little bit on the selfish side, a little bit on the antisocial, They're antisocial. They feel like that they just need to do something. When they interact with people, it's inappropriate. You got a lot of weird things going on with this person. And the 6 of Needles sort of reinforces that, right? That is a journey. They're on a journey from bad to good. They're on this journey for just doing stuff and not doing it very well. They have a lot of sort of, this whole world that they're in that is by themselves, okay? The World and the Hermit. They're in their own little world to where things are not exactly reality. Things look different than reality. You definitely have a conflict between what's real and what's not with this particular person indeed. And that's 7, right? The 7, sort of stealing things, taking things out, moving things out. It's just a little bit of a mental issue with this particular person. So it's not Aaron. It's just a mental issue with this particular person. They're not accustomed. They don't have any social skills. They just have some problems, and that's how they sort of lash out. They sort of lash out, and that's sometimes some people do. Sometimes people do that indeed. Okay, Cappy, what does dog think about you? What? How does a dog feel about you? Okay. Well, unless you like mean to it, I'm assuming it likes you. I mean, I'm just saying, I assume it would like you. I guess we could do the dog tarot again. Do the dog tarot again and see what first impressions you got. I mean, I'm just saying, if you let them sniff your butt, they usually like you. I mean, they usually like you. Yeah, Robert De Niro, what is going on? Thank you for your donation. Getting people perfumes. Robert De Niro, he's going fancy over there. Wasn't Robert? No, it was Al Pacino that did Scent of a Woman, didn't it? Al Pacino did Scent of a Woman. Mwah. Oh, man. Because I'm just saying, if that was Robert De Niro, that would have been a great joke. But the joke fell flat. It just fell flat. But, yeah. Anyway, I mean, let's see. What does a dog think about me? I'm assuming you let him sniff your butt and crotch. They'll be all right. 8 of Earth and the Tower. They do think that you're going to bring in some changes. That is for sure. They do think that you're going to bring in some changes, right? I mean, that is there. So got the Tower, a little bit of a hesitation there. They're kind of wondering, what kind of things are you going to bring? Are you going to bring good things? Are you going to bring bad things? They're still trying to figure it out. 8 of Earth said they do see you as somebody stable. So that's good. They do see you as somebody stable. That's going to be great. The Fool, they're willing to go walk with you. They're willing to go hang out with you. They're going to take that adventure with Cappy. They're going to take that adventure, no problem. No problem. They're going to take that adventure with you. Do you bring in some change? Absolutely. But I'm willing to take some adventure with you. I'm always adventurous. I'm a dog. Sky Alpha Male. I think that they think that they're in charge. They don't think you're in charge quite yet. So they think they're the alpha, not you. So if they end up, just dragging you along, you know what I mean? When you take a dog for a walk, the dog takes you for a walk. That could be the situation here because they think they are the alpha in this relationship with you, But that's how the dog thinks of you. All right, we got a $1.49 from Spiritualist. Spiritualist wants to know something. What does Spiritualist want to know? Let's see. It says, oh my God. Okay, Spiritualist, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. Nima is next. Nima wants to know. Let's see. I want to come to Raleigh, my city. I'm not sure if that's a question. Nima, is that a question? You just want a general reading about your city? Is that what's going on? Nima, let me know. In the meantime, we will do, I guess, a general reading of your city and do that with this deck here. Do that with this deck here, which is the Mons Tarot. Mons Tarot just works great. It really does. You know what I mean? Okay. See what's happening with the Mons Tarot. See what's going on with the city. See what's going on with Raleigh. Is that North Carolina? Raleigh, North Carolina, I think. Anyway, I mean, it could be. Nima, we're gonna wing it here. We're definitely gonna wing it. All right. We got the King of Cups. I mean, there is some good stuff. 6 of Pentacles, yeah. 8 of Wands and the Knight. There is a feeling of moving. Either we're moving to the city, moving out of the city, or anything like that. No, the question is in Super Chat. Nima's question is in Super Chat. Oh, okay. Nima's question is in Super Chat. Okay. What are YA's intentions behind his message, which is down where? Oh, what are the intentions behind his message? Okay. So you want to come to Riley. What are the intentions behind the message? Okay. The King of Cups, the Six of Pentacles, the Eight of Wands, and the Nine of Wands. Definitely want to move. Definitely on a moving track, or they're sort of in that, or they're in that field where they want to move, or they want to sort of get moving with that. So maybe they want to move to the city. Maybe they want to move to that particular location. You do have that feel there. So let me go back and click it again. I want to come to Riley. So yeah, I think it's legitimate. The Eight of Wands being a movement card, they do want to go there, indeed, to North Carolina. Now, you have two movement cards together, which is interesting. A movement card followed by another action card. Well, not literally a movement card. It does have the fire feel, right? It has that fire feel. It has that, I need to do something. I need to do this. I think that they sort of feel obligated at some point to move. Maybe somebody is waiting for them. Maybe there's some expectations from friends and family that they're going to go over there. Maybe they missed something over there. Maybe they're just nostalgic. But I do think that they are definitely on the move with that. They definitely want to go there. Six of Pentacles says that they want maybe somebody to go with them. You know, they want to maybe have somebody go with them, because you have that feeling of, I'm giving this to somebody. I'm giving this to somebody of this emotional connections, giving things out. Maybe I want other people to come with me as well. So yeah, that sort of feels like it. Sort of feels like they want to go, but they want someone to come with them. And if they can convince somebody to come with them, that's going to be the key here. That is going to be the strong point. Going to be the strong point. All right, who is next on the list? Next is Spiritualist. Just enjoying the entertainment. Thank you again. Cappy Ram, General for the summer months. General for the summer months. Yeah, got the Virgo action. I am a Virgo indeed. Virgos get it done, I'm going to say. Virgos get it done. Who else gets it done is the Gregory Scott Tarot, by far. Gregory Scott is going to give us a general message. And, let's see what old Greg has to say at this point. See if it's going to be good, bad, or indifferent. I don't know. I don't know until we lay it on the table and check it out, because you never know about generals until you get it going. The Six of Wands, interesting here. We got the Emperor, we got the Queen of Pentacles, and the Ten of Cups. A good summer. Good summer. Looks like it's nice and clean. It's good. We got a lot of good stuff going here. So I think that's kind of where you want to be, is having a good summer. You have the Six of Wands. There are a lot of people that are going to be supporting you this summer. It feels like that you need the support. You need to get out. You need people to be there. You need people to be supportive, and you need people to be on your side, right? YouTube user, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. Mana is here. What is going on, Mana? But you need people to be on your side this summer, and I think that's what happens, because that's important to you in a lot of different ways. I think that you need support, basically, right? Emperor says, because I think that you're launching into something new, fun, inventive, and interesting during the summer months. The Emperor says you like getting things done. You like getting out. You like starting something new. You feel that itch, right? The springtime, you're just like, yeah, I feel like I need to be doing something. I feel like I'm rocking it. And that's important because I think you like launching into something on the summer. The Queen of Pentacles says you're quite capable of doing that too. I don't think it's going to be a problem at all. The Queen of Pentacles says you're capable. You know what you're doing. And normally when you launch stuff that's going to be big, you got bored of it. But I think you're launching into something smaller, a little smaller project. Ten of Cups, overall, you need emotional satisfaction. And I think that you do get it this summer. I think there are a lot of people that you sort of meet while you're out and about this summer. It's really sort of a productive, introductory months where you meet people, you interact with people, and I think you make some new friends as well. So overall, it looks good. It looks good. I mean, that's what you sort of need, right? You just need to know that everything's going to be all right. Is CS telling me about his age? Ooh, I love apples. Mana, thank you for your donation. We'll get you a general out here soon. Right now, though, we are coming into the Tarot of the Divine. Is CS telling me the truth about his age? Can you look at his driver's license? I mean, maybe check out his driver's license. See, I don't know. Let's see if CS is giving us some BS with the age stuff. I mean, we could have a page here. We could, I don't know if they're too young or too old. I don't know what the dealio is here, but we can check it out. Oh, man. The Five of Cups, Four of Swords, and the Six of Wands. I don't think so. I think there's a little bit of a deception here. Normally, I would look for the devil, or I would look for, maybe something like a reversed Ace of Swords. We're not quite getting the whole story. Or maybe even the obvious High Priestess, where I'm keeping secrets. The Five of Cups says there's some disappointment here. There's some disappointment waiting here. The Four of Swords, things are being hidden. Things are being delayed. It's like they want to tell you that they want to tell you the truth, but they're just not able to. Six of Wands, they're presenting themselves as better than they should be. So they're presenting themselves as this hero, this awesome thing, the Six of Wands, right? I'm riding through, I got people cheering for me. I'm awesome with this. But in reality, they have a lot of self-doubt. They have a lot of issues with that. The Five of Cups, if they told you, it would be disappointing. It would be disappointing. And they want to build trust at this point. That Four of Cups, that home card, that stability. They want to build stability. They want to build a foundation. They want to build trust. And if they tell you the real age, that's not going to build trust. I'm going to give it a thumbs down. I am going to give CS a thumbs down on the age bracket. Either they're too old or they're too young, and I don't know which one it is. Is there a third party in my relationship? Oh, my. Oh my, is there a third party? You know what we're going to look for that one. You know what we're going to look for that one. We got a Three of Cups. Three of Cups is the biggie. It is the biggie. It really is. And, we really don't want to see that. Are we going to see that in here? Maybe. But we really don't want to see that because it does say something's going on. Something's happening. Something is going on with this. So let's see what we got. We got a Six of Cups. Oh my. The World, the Hierophant, and the Page of Swords. I don't see any third party. I just don't. I don't see any third party. We got two good cards here, right in the middle. Sitting right in the middle. Are they a bit unusual in their approach? Are they a bit odd in their communications? I think so. The Six of Cups into the World, it's a decent card into a great card, into a decent card, but you have the Page of Swords back here. It's like I'm not quite where I need to be. I'm not quite on the level that I need to be as far as communication goes, as far as building relationship, building rapport. I'm not quite there. I have a lot of potential though. Basically user, they have a lot of potential. There's a lot of meat on the bone here. And you sort of really want to pursue that. And that's going to be a good thing for you overall. You do have a connection. You do have the World. You do have the Hierophant. There's some big hitters. There's some big hitters here. Big movie stars. But the Page of Swords is maybe they're just not quite prepared. Maybe they're just not quite at that level to where they can have good communication, to where it sort of builds a lot of trust. Or it builds a lot of things. So you do have these gaps. Now, all of a sudden you're thinking, ooh, something's going on. Or all of a sudden you're thinking something else is happening when maybe it's not. I just don't see a third party card. I just don't see any third party indicators within this particular thing. And there's a ton of them. There's no shortage of third party things going on in tarot. That is for sure. That is for sure. Give this one a shuffle before we put it up. How do I get out of this mental fog and emotional funk? Oh, that is no good at all. We do need to get out of that. We need to get back to normal. We need to get into the, we need to get clarity. There's a lot of good clarity cards in here. A lot of good sword cards. A lot of good happening cards within here. All right, I had to give this a nice shuffle before we put it up. For the next one, let's go with the Heaven and Earth Tarot. You know I love the Heaven and Earth Tarot. Heaven and Earth Tarot is going to let us know how to get out of the funk, because some days you get stuck in there. You just can't. You just can't get out. You're just stuck. There's not a lot happening. You need things to be better. Oh man, you need an escape, that's for sure. Okay. Controlling your own thoughts is key here. Controlling your own thoughts is key. I think you have a wandering mind. I think you have a mind that's too active. You're thinking too much. You're experiencing too much. You're trying to interpret things in a different way. I just don't think that it works. Hanged Man says definitely take control over thoughts, because your thoughts are running away with you sometimes. You're just getting distracted. You're getting into that funk and, sort of running away. So you do have the running away from the circus feel here. I think the thoughts are running away with your attention. They're taking up too much of your time. They're taking up too much of your sort of, they just don't get that clarity that we need. And it's a matter of controlling your thoughts or focusing on things that are going to be important. If you need to do something, you need to focus on that, right? Linda, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. Yeah. Another thing is sort of meditation and focus, right? Audrey, thank you for your donation. I appreciate it. Meditation and focus is going to be key. That means being alone, meditating. If that means sort of learning a different style of meditation, learning yoga, learning something that's going to sort of get you into a focus, because being present, being in the moment is very key right now for you. And I think that's really going to help out in getting you out of the funk and getting your attention into the moment. Because being in a funk, being fuzzy, being hazy is all about not being in the moment. If you are present in the moment, if you're noticing things, if you are seeing everything as it develops, as it goes, that is going to be your critical part. But if you're constantly worrying, if you're constantly concerned about this and that, that just doesn't work for anybody, right? All right. This works for everybody, though. This is the Dark Mansion Tarot. All right. Will she like the perfumes that I got her? So is she going to smell nice? Oh, man. Perfect. You're brave. You're brave. I would never buy a woman a perfume. I just wouldn't, because I would butcher it. I'd buy something that she thought smelled nasty. I guarantee I would do it. And, oh, man, this is kind of rough. This is kind of rough, my friend. I'm just saying now, the Tower. I'm going to say no. We're going with a thumbs down. Entertainment purposes only, obviously. Entertainment purposes only. The Tower says that this is not exactly the perfume that they would have chosen. It just isn't. That King of Swords, that totalitarian, that sort of, that feel of control, right? It feels like that she wanted the control of that. She likes the command. She likes the control of sort of choosing their own scent, choosing their own style kind of thing. But yeah, it was kind of rough, my friend. Justice says, I don't know. They may wear it when they're with you. They may wear it when they're with you. But other than that, this is looking rough. I'm sorry. This is looking kind of rough. The Tower, the totalitarian, the rule, like I rule. This is, I should have picked that out. You know what I mean? I should have picked that out. I tried to buy my girlfriend some drapery, and I said, I'm just going to pick you up some drapery, right? I know what your wall looks like. I know what your furniture looks like. I'm going to pick you up some blackout curtains to where it's not light and stuff. Anyway, so the first thing out of their mouth was, what color are you going to get? And I think that was my clue to stay away. That's your clue to stay away. You know what I mean? You got to stay away at that point. So I just said, maybe I won't be... Maybe I think I just crossed the line there. All right. Do you see N contacting me? Do you see N contacting me? Let's do it to it with the Light Seers Tarot. It's so expensive. What a surprise. I mean, Robert De Niro, this is entertainment purposes only. Entertainment purposes only. Never assume what your girlfriend likes based upon a fat man reading tarot cards on the internet. You know what I'm saying? She may love it. I don't know. But that tower doesn't look good. That tower's kind of concerning me. I'm saying right now. It is concerning me. Elsa, thank you for your donation. What is going on? Good to see you. So, yeah, I mean, All right, let's see about this. You just bought the deck. I mean, that's how it goes. So, do you see them contacting me? No. We have a little bit of this blindfolded feel there, a little bit of the blindfolded feel there. The star, you still have that connection. You still have that connection. I mean, I'm just saying, you still have the connection. We do a lot of this, right? We still have that connection with this person. But the work involved is just sort of prohibitive at some points, you know? So are they connecting? Are they contacting you? I don't see anything. The only swords that I see is the Two of Swords. If I had the Ace of Swords, it would look a lot better, quite frankly, but it just doesn't. It just doesn't. It just doesn't. We're gonna have to go no. That is we're gonna go thumbs down on that particular one. All right, get mana, some general. Mana, some general. And we will see how that goes by using this deck here. No, we won't. Actually, we're gonna use one of our newer decks. We're gonna use a new deck. The Tarot of the Masculine, of the Divine Masculine. I like this one a lot. Get a general for mana over here and knock it out. Knock it out. Knock it out. Maybe you can get her flowers and dinner. Man, you know, flowers and dinner, that's not a bad deal. I don't think there's any disappointment from flowers and dinner, I gotta say. All right, I mean, let's see what's going on with that. A general. Two of Pentacles, mana. It's time to make decisions. It's time to make important decisions. I think that you have one decision in particular that you've been avoiding. You've been sort of shying away, moving away from it, trying to avoid making that decision. But the reality is that not making a decision is literally making a decision, right? Because a lot of this is going to be towards your stability in the future. In other words, trying to get stability, trying to get some rock solid foundation in. That's going to be important for you overall. And that's what you want, just a day-to-day predictability here, that Wheel of Fortune. I think that's where you're trying to get with these decisions. Temperance says to take into account a lot of other people. Take into account anybody else that is affected by this, because there are other people involved here. You want to make sure that you handle that correctly. You want to make sure that that doesn't go sour or it doesn't go awry. Temperance says to balance everything out, make sure everybody is going to be not happy. Nobody's going to be happy. Make sure everybody is just not going to be like really pissed off at you. That's the big thing here. Everybody may be pissed off at you. Make sure that you take sides. Make sure that you take sides. The Chariot says get moving on that. Get moving, mana. You got to get moving. Make sure continual motion is happening with these important factors, with these important matters. Don't let them sit. Don't let them decay. You want them to be action-packed. You want them to be action-packed and get that fiery aspect. Get that fiery aspect going. Speaking of fiery aspect, if you like this stream, hit that like and sub button. Hit that like and sub button. I appreciate that because I work hard on the stream and I'm hoping that you like what I produce, because we had 60 people here tonight, so I'm assuming somebody likes it. If you like it, hit that button. Will I get a girlfriend soon? From Matthew. Matthew, let's get you a girlfriend right now. Is anybody in chat want to go out with Matthew? No, I'm kidding. Let's use my deck. Let's use my deck for this, which is going to be the Waterfall Tarot. Get a little love action. Get some hearts in there. Get some hearts in there for Matthew. Get a little bit of love action, because that is the age, you know. You're in school. You got a school filled with girls. Maybe you can meet one. Maybe you can meet one and talk to them and see what's up. See what is going on. Let's find out about that stuff. Can you go to the asylum? No, unless it's Arkham. Unless it's Arkham City, maybe not. 17 Joy, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. Succeed in a wellness business. There we go. Okay, getting a girlfriend. I think yes. I mean, we're looking at just the magic. We're going with the thumbs up. We're looking at just this magic card right here, which is Master of the Obvious, the Lovers. I mean, looking for a girlfriend, I think so. In fact, In fact, I think this is sort of a medium. You know what I mean? You have a short term, you got a long term, you got a medium. I think this is a medium term girlfriend. I think this is good. What is the difference between the Two of Cups and the Lovers? The Lovers is more of a deep emotional connection, or something that's sort of medium term, long term. It feels like it's not something like a one-nighter or friends with benefits or something you're just going to get dumped 5 minutes later. It's not one of those. The Star really points to that, being guided through that. So it's a matter of relaxing and letting things happen. Because I think trying to force some things just doesn't work long term, right? Because you haven't been getting what you want. You just haven't been getting what you want. You got that Four of Cups where I'm being offered maybe some relationships that I don't want. I have some girls talking to me that I don't want to deal with, right? And Justice says that I want to be able to have that control to pick who I want, to sort of choose somebody that's going to be enjoyable for me long term. I think the Star means you're sort of guided in that direction. Follow the North Star, follow your gut, follow the emotions, and sort of find somebody that's going to be important. And again, the Lovers is so key. It really is. So that is not only a yes, that's a huge yes. I think that it is going to be rocking for you, especially the Star and the Lovers. I'm not going to say soulmate, which is normally what I would do when I see these together. It could be, but I mean, this is sort of a destiny card, okay, and a long-term relationship card. These two together, they do point to maybe soulmate, maybe a twin flame. You do have that feel. They do have that feel indeed. So that is going to be cool. Audrey, will me and Alex reunite soon? Let's find out what's happening with all of that. Let's go back to the Tarot Tower and get us some, what the hell do I want to use? What the hell do I want to use? Oh, we can use this one. We can use this one. I need to put this on the rotation. I got so many freaking decks. By the way, I got 30 decks. I have 30 decks of cards that are coming in the next like 5 months. So unfortunately, I got to find a place for them because I'm out of room, and I have another Tarot Tower over there. So I'm out of room. And that's the bottom line. I'm out of room at this point. I don't know where I'm going to put them. I'll have to build a Tarot Super Tower. Maybe something that would be, just massive. A massive, and I mean massive, Tarot Super Tower, indeed. But for the meantime, will me and Alex reunite? Will we get some hearts? Will we get some hearts in the stream for these particular people? Reuniting doesn't look good. It just doesn't. We may want to do a thumbs down early, premature thumbs. That's what happens. The Five of Cups is the Lord of Disappointment. Okay, let's talk. Audrey, let's talk. Let's talk about this. It's basically saying that if you did, okay, Six of Swords, Wheel of Fortune, if we got back to where we were, if we tried it again, if we did the video game restore, right? The video game restore, like you're playing a game, you fall off a cliff, right? And you die. So now you need to restore back to when you didn't fall off the cliff. And that's an important key here. That is an important key here. The problem is the cliff is still there and you still could fall down it again. You still could fall down it again. That's what you're talking about here. We can give it a try again, sure. We maybe could give it a try if we work hard, we do all of that stuff, right? But the Five of Cups is going to end up in disappointment because of the moon, because we have too much cycles. These are 2 cycles card. We have too much cycles. We don't have enough new. We don't have enough strategy. We don't have enough things that are going to work itself out. And we're going to be back in the old patterns again, and it just won't work. So I'm going to go no. Going to say no. That Five of Cups really ruins it. It's like dumping a big container of salt into a stew, right? The stew is perfectly fine, but now that it has a big container of salt in it, it's not going to be fine anymore. So yeah, I don't think we can do the video game save, the restore. I don't think it just works. Elsa, what should I be doing next in love? Doing some lovey things, I guess. We can use the Thoth. Nothing says good news. Boo-boo can tell you. Boo-boo can tell you. Nothing says good news like the Thoth. the thought. Midnight Meditation has a nice mowed yard. What is up, MM? Good to see you have a yard mowed. I hate mowing the yard, man. I hate mowing. I hate it. I hate everything about mowing the yard. Because you can't just mow the yard. Now you got to edge it. Now you got to weed eat it. Now you got to sit there for like forever, it seems. And then there's always a dog poop in the yard. You step in it. And then when you get done mowing the yard, there's grass all over your frickin' socks and shoes. I don't like it. I hate mowing the yard. Okay, back to normal. Anyway, Elsa, what should I be doing next in love? You should be looking at how you can improve the situation, because the next love is going to be a pretty critical one for you, right? It's going to be something that goes quick. It's something that goes quick. It heats up quickly. It rocks quickly. It is on fire. It is on fire. Because it's a journey. And I think it's a journey to some place that you haven't been. And that is critical too, because if we're not prepared for that, if we're not sort of planned for that, the journey into the unknown, especially with love, especially if we go quick, could turn out really poorly. So you definitely want to be in that mode where you know what you want, you know where you want to be, you know all the factors, all the good things, all the bad things you're willing to put up with, and you know your limits, right? You sort of know yourself. Strength says to sort of be open as well to new experiences with this. Because if we do get in a situation where we are going out on a limb, we need to understand that that is not going to be a comfort zone for us, basically. And so what are you going to do? You know what I mean? Anyway, steps to take to succeed in the wellness business. By the way, we're ending soon. This is the last reading. Welcome, Stacy's got the last 5 minutes. Stacy's got the last 5 minutes of the reads tonight. All right, let's see what we're doing here. I do want to do, oh man, steps to take to succeed in business. The Poe knows this one. We're going to do the Poe because I think the Poe has our answers that we need. Because sometimes it is indeed difficult to crank out a business, to figure out how we're going to do it and do it successfully. Because having a business is not just doing what you do. It's having business stuff, having business knowledge. It's having customer knowledge, having social media knowledge. You have to know everything. It's a pain in the ass, quite frankly. But I mean, that's how it goes, though. But steps to take. Okay. Queen of Swords says that communicating what you have and what you have to offer is key. Because I can put out a great product, but if I don't communicate how this benefits people, why the hell would they buy it? I'm not going to buy it if I don't know why it benefits me. I think you need to communicate that. You can't just say that, oh, look, here's a golden tarot. Do you want it? Everybody be like, why the hell would I want that? You need to communicate why you are different, what you have to offer, how this is going to benefit people. And that is going to be key because now they can sort of understand and take it in context. The Five of Wands as well, you need to sort of corner the market. You need to have a little bit of an edge that nobody else has. Because if you just go out there and say, here's the golden tarot, I know you can get this on Amazon, but get mine. Nobody's going to buy mine. You need to go out and give people that edge of what you have different than everybody else. Because that Five of Wands says there is competition. You need to knock that competition out by having the edge, okay? High Priestess, you need to be an expert. Somebody asks you a question, you need to have a good answer. You can't just go, oh, I don't know. I don't know doesn't work, okay? You need to be an expert in this field and to be able to go out and communicate that expertise. And finally, the King of Wands. Don't be pushy. Don't be pushy. That is a very pushy card. It is full of fire and action and adventure. It's a very pushy, a very fiery card. You want to be gentle and pulled back a little bit. Sure, you want to sell You want to do your business thing, but you want to be pulled back and sort of casual. Because if you go out and you're just like a hard sell, I don't really think that works. Really think that people would appreciate that, especially in the wellness field. And that is it for me. That is it for me. I'm going to go take a shower. Thank you for watching. We will see you tomorrow.
A collision of decisions whirling in my heart, and my vision, a rescission, has never been this hard. I got wasted when I tasted the sweetness of your lips. We're not ready, we're unsteady, I'm stuck inside your grip. I'm going down, down, down like a waterfall. You're keeping us miles apart. You got me down, down, down like a waterfall. You know just how to restrain a heart. The question of obsession has never been this close. And the matter if I'd rather just lock myself